Hey, it's Hector, your favorite realtor, real estate professional, and this is a sold story. So, a sold story is where I describe what it took for me to sell a home, sell a particular listing. And in this case, we're going to talk about one of my favorites, and it's going to be 1600 and 1616 Coyote Run, located in Hickman, LaGrange area, right on Turlock Lake. This listing was a $1 million listing. I was a brand new agent at the time, pretty much. I had only been licensed for a little bit over a year, a couple years maybe. And the homeowners had tried selling this home for years. It had been on the market for 2 years until I came into their lives and helped them out. Now let's do a quick little research here. I am in our MLS, and the home was first listed in right here, and whoop, that was done terribly, but right here it was listed in 2018, January 29th, 2018, and it had been on the market for 156 days, and they're asking 1.9 million. Then the home goes back on the market in June 21st, 2018 for 1.4. By then it's been on the market 294 days. Okay. And then the home goes back on the market in November 16th of 2018, lowering the price to 1.3 million. Now it's now been on the market 431 days. This home has been on the market for over a year. That's 431 days. Each time this home was listed by supposedly one of the top realtors in the area. So the first listing went to Justin Reed, him and his father. Even his email says top California agent. If you're the top California agent, you would have sold it. But here is the ugly truth. Here is a confession. I'm gonna just let it out there. Not me, but I'm talking about other agents. The truth is, most agents, when they get their listings, they might go out and get the professional pictures. They might go out and get the professional video. We are now in 2025. So if you have a nice enough home and you're trying to get top dollar, you have to have a video. Seems like everybody's doing it nowadays. So it's not as rare like it used to be. But the thing was, a lot of these agents weren't even marketing the homes. It's one thing to get the pictures. It's one thing to make the video. Okay, but how do you get that in front of people's eyes? And that's what most agents don't do, to be honest. They just get the listing, they upload it to the MLS pushes it out to all these websites, then they just sit there. They'll have some open houses to try to push it, to try to save the listing, but even that won't sell it. It's about getting the property in front of the right eyes. So Justin Reed here could not sell the home. And let's see who got the listing afterwards. I know who it is, but let me show you guys. So in June, later that year, the listing once again went to Justin Reed. This is in June. And then in November, this is where they changed over to Clarence Oliveira, who's supposed to be the top agent for Turlock, the top agent for C21, who's been doing this for a long time. He didn't do squat to market this property. That's from the owners themselves. And then finally, I get the listing over here in 2020. I had the home on the market for quite some time too. It took a while. It took 2 months to close escrow on this one. So it was a 60-day escrow. It was tricky, but we got it done. But I was able to sell this home. Now, what did I do to sell this home? Okay, so I did a number of things. I was in Facebook, just about every Facebook group that you can think of, or am in just about every Facebook buy and sell group. Some of these buy and sell groups, you had to specifically be in that geographic area to be able to join. So for this particular home in Hickman, my goal was going to be to market this to business owners, people with money in the Bay Area. Because 2 homes on 40 acres on a lake, 1.2 million, this is peanuts for them. Okay, this is a weekend getaway home, and if even more if they want to. So what I did was I physically spent one day, more like 2 days, driving from the Central Valley in Escalon Riverbank where I was living, and I drove all the way up 99 till I hit Sacramento, and I went past Sacramento to, it was like North Highlands and all these other cities I had never heard of. I went back south through Sacramento, then I headed west on 80 and all the way to the Bay Area to San Francisco. From San Francisco, I headed all the way south to like the Salinas area. So I went through the South Bay, I went through San Jose, I went through all these areas. And along the way, I'm joining every Facebook buy and sell group that I can. Because given that I'm in the valley, there's certain groups that I won't be able to join unless I'm specifically in that area. So what I would do is literally drive somewhere, pull over for 5 minutes, have my Facebook rescan and relocate, show me where all these groups are, and join. But there's also a limit to the amount that you can join or Facebook will ban you. So I went and I joined all these groups. And the reason I joined these groups, what I found that the Facebook groups in some cases work better to sell a home than a paid advertisement. And I wanted to make sure that I tried each possible way to sell this home and completely exhaust it. So if I'm going to post on Facebook groups, what I mean by exhaust is post on every single group, not just, oh, I'm in 1,000 groups, let me post on 20. No, I'm going to post in 1,000 freaking groups. I'm going to do everything I can to sell this home. So that alone generated a certain amount of leads, a certain amount of interest, a certain amount of phone calls, a certain amount of visits and offers, right? From that strategy, I also did paid marketing where I would run YouTube ads, Instagram, Facebook ads, stuff like that. Back then there was no TikTok, but I did use LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram heavily. Now I was able to sell this home after, it was pretty much on the market 3 years when you take into consideration the previous agents and myself. But I was able to sell this home, and I was, newer in the business, but I had this advantage that I had worked in IT for Gallo. I have a degree in Bachelor's of Science in Computer Information Systems, which is a mix of computer science and a mix of business, and ended up working perfectly for what I'm doing today. I went on to work at Gallo for 10 years in the data center. And then after that, I decided, man, what if I got all this knowledge that I have in regards to IT, marketing, all this cool stuff, and instead of using it for someone else, apply it for me, start my own business. And that's what got me into real estate. So Coyote Run is probably one of my, if not my favorite cells. And let me show you something else. Okay, so I went to YouTube and I did a search for Lake House on Turlock. What is it? Turlock Lake House. So that was some of the words that I use, SEO. But as you can see here, I got 16,000 views and 1.7 thousand views on these videos. This is from my personal page.
Monday.com, the opposite of any work platform we tried in the past. We tried other work management platforms, I'm not naming names.
This is Hector the co-banker.
All right, let's skip that commercial.
This is Marcel. We're gonna check out the rest of the video. It's a beautiful property.
But the other agent, let me mute this or put the volume down. One of the agents, Justin Reed, he made a beautiful video. He had a really nice video. The other agent, Clarence, did not make a video at all. So Justin Reed had a really nice video, but he just didn't do anything to market it. And that's the thing. What's the point in doing this stuff if you're not going to market it? So, it takes all these efforts, all this to sell a home, and I'm glad I was able to pull it off.